Alright, so here we are at the Roman Forum. This is once, you know, the center of Rome. This was the place where everything political happened. But in the early 1600s, it was destroyed by aliens. Yes, aliens. Nothing is recognizable. The damage here is completely irreparable. It's incredible. I mean, I can't even fathom the depression and the just utter devastation that all the Romans felt when this place came and got destroyed by f***ing E.T.
Oh no.
But I really wanted to bring back, you know, the realization that aliens attacks are very, very real. And all I can say is thank God for Will Smith.
And here we are, the wonderful St. Peter's Basilica, St. Peter's Square. Basilica dedicated to the great St. Peter, a man who loved fast cars and beautiful women. Now, they gave him the second biggest basilica in the world. I think he should have gotten the biggest one, but they gave it to some asshole on the Ivory Coast instead. Look it up if you don't believe it. Now, also currently, if you notice at the very, very top of the basilica, you have the residence of the current Pope Benedict Arnold. Few Catholics are kind of wary of this man because, as they have learned from history, you should not trust men named after delicious egg platters. They are deceptive. Gotta keep your eyes on them. And one last thing about the Catholic Church, they surprisingly do have a sense of humor. They employ jesters to guard their city.
We find ourselves here at the Pantheon. This is the legendary spot in which the four Italian heroes, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello, battled in an epic battle to save Rome against Shredder and his evil henchmen. The Ninja Turtles kicked his ass, and in thanks, the Roman people decided to build this Pantheon, this great temple, to honor their heroes. Let's also note the dome at the top of the Pantheon, shell-shaped to represent the heroes of Rome. An interesting fact, there is an oculus, or hole, at the top of the Pantheon, which the purpose of this is yet to be discovered. Historians guess that this was probably built by the ancient Romans to have fun, to play games by throwing small stones, water balloons, children, and watch them fall and splatter at the bottom of the Pantheon. As one Roman quotes, "It's really freaking cool to watch shit explode when they hit the bottom."
Welcome to Trevi Fountain. This is a monument that pays tribute to Captain Caesar Augustus Trevi, the, of course, premier pimp of Rome. As you can see, evidenced by, in his right hand, the pimp cane, which is mostly chopped off now. He's also flanked on either side by his two main hoes, Chastity to his right and Destiny to his left. And he's also got 4 more hoes in reserve, located at the top of this building here. Now, the fountain itself is supposed to symbolize in the flowing passions of Rome, you know, just the ever-flowing juices of love, if you will, coming together and just erupting into this large pool of gooey love liquid at the bottom.
We are now at the Spanish Steps. Unfortunately, these steps do not actually lead into Spain. This realization greatly upset me and sent me into a long downward spiral of depression and deep alcoholism of binge drinking. But I'm okay now. I've gotten over the fact that the Romans shattered all of my dreams. How could this happen to me? For the recent movie Rocky Balboa, they wanted to recreate that famous scene of Rocky running up the stairs at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. They wanted to do it here. Now, unfortunately, they realized Rocky was just at that point too damn old to actually do it. So they scrapped the idea and just kind of let the movie be what it was. Terrible. But I will now do what Rocky could not. I will scale the Spanish Steps.
We find ourselves in the ancient Roman Colosseum. This place is best well known for the film in which Russell Crowe starred as the gladiator. He won his first Oscar here, actually. Unfortunately, the film, which is lovely, was quite historically inaccurate. As historians once thought, the gladiators came here to fight for pride, for the glory of Rome, for their emperor. And it has been recently proven that this was not the case. The gladiators played more of a primitive sort of game show, much like today's Wheel of Fortune. The gladiators would spin the wheel, and if they landed on bankrupt, they would be impaled by the emperor's guards. On Thursdays, they played bingo.
Welcome. Here we are at the Grand Circus Maximus. It is here where the ancient Romans held the very first Indy 500. But instead of using stock cars as we use today, they would use horse-drawn chariots. And they would whiz around this giant stadium where thousands of Romans would gather and drink beer and and hurl obscenities at the drivers. They went around and around and around, and this is a giant f***ing hole, you know that? There's nothing here. There's no monuments, there's no history, what the hell is this? We're talking about him going round and round in a f***ing circle. Yeah, that's great. There's literally f***ing nothing here. What the hell, do you see this? This is the only thing worth seeing. Nothing! Hello? This is a waste of time. This is a f***ing waste of time. Yeah, what the f*** ever. This is a giant waste of time. Why are we here? Nothing. Oh, f***.